Moving further into the night, my next stop will be Williamsburg, a neighborhood that over the last 2 decades has one of the most dynamic nightlife scenes in New York City. Just consider how quickly it's grown. Of the 275 restaurants and bars in Williamsburg, 239, or 89%, have received their liquor licenses in just the last 10 years. And the bars just keep coming. To learn more about how all this happened so quickly, I'll be asking BK Live TV host and self-proclaimed nightlife expert Aaron Watkins to give me some insight into what continues to draw people here.
Hey! Yay! Here you are!
So great to see you.
Good to see you.
You know what I just learned?
What's that?
Is that you are not only an amazing host, but you are a Williamsburg expert.
Williamsburg expert. This is true. It's true. We are in Williamsburg, and I want to tell you about a great little place. Here we are, South First in Bedford, and this is Videology. Now, this place has been around since about 2003. You know, a lot of places don't make it that long. When I first moved to Williamsburg, walking up and down in Bedford was one of my favorite places to be, and this is one of the very first places that I fell into.
So I want to hear about Videology, but I also want to hear just like you're knowing this neighborhood and what's changed.
You know, I mean, it's literally, it used to be that there were just a few bars here and there in Williamsburg, and there's like art galleries here and there. And then all of a sudden, maybe 2004, 2005, there was just literally an explosion. I mean, there was bars everywhere, loft parties all over the place. Williamsburg actually became so convoluted that East Williamsburg and Bushwick area started to get pushed out with artists. Now you can see them far back into Ridgewood. But I mean, there's a bar on every single corner in Bedford. I mean, so I know some of the residents may not like that here. That's honestly at this point sort of what you come here for. From Kent Street to North 11th Street to South 11th, I mean, the entire strip you can see is nothing but a parade of cars, people every day, and it literally is just an amazing thing to see.
Okay, so give me like 5 kinds of bars you're going to find here in Williamsburg.
Okay, 5 kind of bars you're going to find here in Williamsburg. Well, one, you're going to find your mega club. You're still going to find your dive bar. You also have a lot of your fusion places. Okay. You know, places where that's like, it's not a lounge, it's not a club, just sort of casual lounge sort of places that are very new and sort of, not saying necessarily space age, but they're definitely not a dive bar, and they're definitely not your mega club. Then you have places, you know, like this. They're your cult culture places. You know, this is by no means a dive bar, but it's a place where you can get something quirky, unexpected, and you really have to go onto the website, because what you get on a Tuesday is not what you're gonna get on a Thursday. And then after that, you have ethnic bars. You have places that are still so ridiculously just throwback to another era. Back in the day when I used to throw parties, whatever, you had to get out flyers and promote and talk to people on that.
You know what?
Internet changed everything.
I actually used to go to raves.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But then how did you find out about the raves?
In the early 90s,
people had
like
to tell you
it was
a word of mouth.
It was all word of mouth. It was all like, meet on this corner at 6 to go to meet on that corner.
Right. None of that is happening anymore. I promise you, none of that is happening. Okay, I mean, nothing complicated. But there's private groups. You know, like I said, you have to follow the DJs. You know, if you go to a club and you like the music, doesn't necessarily mean the next time you go to that club it's going to be the same type of music. You know, they have their Latino night, their salsa night, their gay night, their this night. So just because you like a place doesn't mean that you're going to get the same experience if you go back. So what you have to learn to do is you follow the DJs. Once you start to follow the DJs, you start to follow the promoters. Once you do that, then you start to follow the parties. And that's when you find out about the different parties that are going on. I don't know how they find these places, but no sleep till Brooklyn. Zephyr.
But my 2 favorite places when I stayed here for just a couple months in between 2 different apartments. Bembe.
Yes, Bembe is still rocking. Bembe is still rocking. Bembe is a staple. Bembe is a staple. The thing I love about Bembe is it's just, you know, that music sort of gets you. You can't go everywhere and get that sort of music. And they're literally there 7 days a week. And they got good rum. You don't do rum when you're in Pembe?
I do.
I mean, when in Rome.
But I also love dancing in tiny places, which I do think this whole area is good for.
I love Brooklyn. You know, working with, you know, BRIC over the last couple of years and being able to focus on the Williamsburg neighborhood and subsequently the Greenpoint and Bushwick neighborhoods.
Yeah.
I've seen just the amount of amazing growth that has happened here. It is mind-boggling. What I really love about Videology is that they were just a video rental place. And, you know, all of a sudden Netflix and the audio streaming, the recession hit 2008, 2009, and literally walking up and down the street, you're like, okay, when are they gonna not be around anymore?
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, they turned into like a really sleek, cool bar, renovated about 2012, and it's a great place to be.
I mean, it sounds amazing. I'd love to go in.
You know what? It is an amazing place, and I'd love to buy you a drink.
Sitting in Videology with Aaron on a Tuesday night, his enthusiasm for this place and Williamsburg is contagious. With bars on every corner and people coming from all over the city, you can see why. And, as we're about to explore, that contagion has altered the very nature of this neighborhood.